What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday, and welcome to the Male Toxicity Show, episode number 12. The show for the alpha male, also the show we don't give a fuck today. Today, we're going off script, man. We have no script today. We figured we'd take some questions, some comments, and just tell you things that are going on in our lives and shit. Uh, Basically, man, the whole panel's here today, man. Say what's up, guys.
Oh,
Sup,
not
Jay?
much. Just hanging out.
No doubt, man. We have Craig with us today. We have Maze, Stephanie, and of course the Star Wars dad, man. We're all gonna get into some shit, man. So, of course, I always have to ask you guys, man. How was your fucking week, man? This time we'll start off with John. How was your
Uh,
week, John?
the week itself was great, man, but I'm a little heartbroken right now. My son went home yesterday, and it's just going to take a little while to get used to him being gone, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm living with a hole right now, so
I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro. You feel like that song. There's a hole in my heart that can only be filled by you. Right? That's how you're feeling right now.
yeah, that's exactly how I'm feeling right now.
I
My
got you.
my heart's broke, but if he was to come back, best thing for him to do right now is actually be gone so that he can actually start getting ready for school. And then,
Yeah.
um, once he's, back in school and everything, I can start getting him on the weekends again. But he needs to get reacclimated for school.
Awesome. Yeah, I hear that, man. Oh yeah, no doubt, man. Good fathers in the world still exist, bro. God bless you, man. So Maze, man, how was your week, brother?
It's good. Just doing the thing as always, working and getting ready to do some car work and started exercising again. Cause man, I fucking had it with this weight.
Awesome,
I'm
awesome.
I'm determined as hell this time, and hey, I don't want to have a what I call a Zoogie moment if I ever turn on my camera. Craig will remember.
I hear you, bro. That's awesome, man. Congratulations, and I wish you a lot of luck on your health endeavor, man. Straight up, brother. Definitely, Steph. How was your week?
Oh, it was as it is. It was hot. My horse is covered with what they call rain rats. So I've got to pour this stuff on her. She hates it and looks at me like I'm persecuting her. And we just did what we did. It was just, whatever. I mean, I got a hay burner that sucks up a lot of money. Let's just put it that way. Like,
Okay. And how's that beautiful horse of yours?
well, she's got rain rat. She's fine.
Okay.
But it's a fungus that only happens when it's humid and wet. And
Right.
guess what? It's been humid and wet, and she's the only horse in the barn to have it.
Oh,
And I've got this stuff. It comes off. The stuff come. What happens is this mold happens. You can scrape it off, and she's got a big freaking. I don't know how she did this. Rubbed a sore raw on her right hind leg. So I put this medicine on it, and again I get the accusatory look from her. I'm like, if you hadn't done this, I wouldn't have to do this. This is all your fault, okay? Um, it's just the fun of owning a horse. It's like having a 1,200-pound child.
right.
There's always something,
Hmm,
always something.
hmm.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hear you, man. Hey, that's your baby. That's
yep.
your
She
baby,
is.
no
She
doubt.
is. She
And
is.
Craig, how was your week, my brother, man? How you doing, bro?
Oh, I spent some time on Pornhub. It's always great. Made fun of AOC a little bit. That's always great. Now making fun of AOC didn't stop me from getting on Pornhub though. But other than that, is what it is. I'm here.
I hear that, no doubt, man. So let's start it off, man. Listen. First thing I want to start off with is let's talk about the stocks that have been falling with Disney, shall we? Can we please get into that?
oh
Sure.
yes,
Okay, so I bless whoever is going to get on and talk about this first because I'm so fucking lost when it comes to that. So please school me.
All right, John, it's your baby.
all right. I follow Disney stock day in and day out. Disney had the worst PR nightmare that they could have ever had within 1 week.
Wow.
Um, They had the fight at Toontown. They had a rabid cat running through the park. They had the collapse of Galaxy's Edge going on. And then on top of it, they had a relative of Walt Disney himself come in through and just put Disney on blast. Within 1 week, Disney stock has fallen 19 points. It was sitting at like 144. It's now sitting, last time I checked, at like 121.
Wow.
So for all of us in the fandom menace, we're getting there. We are actually, we're taking it to them, and you know, we're starting to win. And you know, people like Pablo Hidalgo, their jobs, you know, their jobs on the line. And Bob Iger right now is probably put on blast, and he's probably wondering, why the fuck did I keep Kathleen Kennedy on?
Yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact, he should be asking himself, why the fuck did I keep any of these fuckers on? You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, here's the deal. We have to keep the pressure on. You know, and it helps that people that in the fandom menace have gone to Galaxy's Edge and say basically it sucks, because a couple of people that are big YouTube channels went there and said it really needed the OT and the prequels. This kind of sucks, you know.
Right.
That's good. That's good PR for us. That's good PR for Star Wars, I think. But this is going to be a long haul. That stock, we need another 21 points.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not just going to fall overnight. We need another. Here's the deal, they might go up again because the Lion King scored some money this weekend. But what's it going to do next weekend? And that's the thing. I mean, because it's getting excoriated by the critics and people who saw it. You know, when you go to another YouTuber's Twitter and he's like pretending he's one of the characters and he doesn't have any emotion at all, and he's saying the lines.
Yeah.
It's like, that's it. That's the movie. You know, it's if it's been panned, it's because of that.
Right.
Well,
And
even marketing wise, Galaxy's Edge right now, they're removing Kylo Ren from Galaxy's Edge and replacing Kylo Ren with Vader. It's
Good.
a little too late.
Yes. Way too
when
late.
is this going to happen? Because that other YouTube channel I was talking about was there this week, and Kyle Ron was still there.
Yeah, they're having to make all the animatronics and everything else, because the animatronics that were made for Kylo Ren were specifically for Kylo Ren. It's not like you can just change the costume out on it. They have to make a totally brand new animatronics for it. So,
Okay.
but it's a little too late. I mean, the damage is already done.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah.
the damage. I did a video today about J.J. Abrams, because comics, a Cosmic Book News, Matt McGloin was at San Diego Comic-Con, and he's a great guy. He's one of us. He talked to a few of his contacts. It was very interesting what he said. He's not going to give us all the information, and I'm like, you fucker. But sorry I said that. Not sorry. You know, tell us what you know. I hate that. I want to know if I should be pissed or not. He basically said, what was my point? That JJ has retconned everything. That literally TLJ no longer exists. And I'm going, oh really? You know who started this shit? Let's go back. Let's go back, and who actually started the downfall of Star Wars? J.J. Abrams. Everyone's crying about Luke. Oh my God, poor Luke. Who was the first one that got fucked?
Yeah.
Han Solo.
Yeah.
Who did it?
Yeah.
Who did it? J.J. Abrams. Who's the second person that got fucked? Leia. Who did it? J.J. Abrams. And you're all crying about Luke. We saw this coming for 2 years. All right? And you're all crying now. You should have been on the train before. So my little violin is like, really? Really? Sorry. You're all way too late.
Yep.
Show me.
because it's JJ, and can he do anything? Because he's the one who started this shit.
Show me how to follow this bad script, grandfather.
Yeah,
Grandfather,
yeah.
show me. Please show me what Geritol can do in the morning. Grandfather.
Yeah.
For I know no ways of the Force.
The best line in it was Ford ad-libbing to Peter Mayhew, "Oh, you're cold."
You're cold.
You're cold, you know. And that was an ad-lib. You know,
Wow.
it's like, okay, you know, because he gets it. And JJ's like, and Lawrence Kasdan, that guy's probably got dementia. You know, I mean, you know, he trying to write a movie script now. What the fuck? But anyway, no, he's the one who started it. So I am going to wait till I actually see official spoilers.
Six Scale Combat has a question, and I'm going to go ahead and answer him short in that just say that Craig told us about all this over a year ago. Anything is possible at this point and everything because they're throwing everything in the kitchen goddamn sink into that movie. But I will let others answer that question as well.
Okay.
They're going to retcon the shit out of 8.
They already have.
Yeah.
I mean, they're you know, let's see. Hayden Christensen's in it. We know Ian McDermott is. Ford did a scene or two. Harrison Ford, you know, the guy that gets shit on all the time by fans. You know, so it's like, really? They've called everybody who's not dead in.
Well, Stephanie, go ahead and piss everyone off. Tell them how the fight scenes are going to work between Kylo and Rey.
I don't, you know, it's going to be, this is what we've been told. This is what JJ intimated. This is what Daisy did. Epic lightsaber battle. Now, John says the lightsabers never touch. But Disney said they do. So I'm out to launch because I'm so far gone. I fucking don't care. I'm morbidly curious. I'm staring at a car accident as I drive past. That's my attitude. I just want to sit there and laugh when people get fired. That's my point of being here. But it's going to go through all kinds of eras in the galaxy. I think it's they call it Force Flash.
Oh,
something.
God, yeah.
And it's going to go through like, oh God, all this shit. It's like, what the? We just want a story.
It's crazy.
You know? I mean, I personally don't give a shit about lightsaber battles. I have one. There you go. Okay.
Look, I'm going to tell you guys where they first started, where they first fucked up Star Wars. As soon as they fucked with the midi-chlorians, that was the first thing they fucked up and it fell down there on.
Hey, you know what? That's George Lucas.
Yeah.
So, and no, he didn't. That if you listen to how he described it, you probably go, now I get it. And they're actually supposed to be in this movie.
No. What I'm saying is they fucked up once they took it out of Star Wars.
Yeah,
George Lucas wanted it to stay, you know, and these guys took it out, and this is why you can't explain the Force. Look where we are now. How many years later? Look at this.
Yeah. You can't, you can't explain it. And then of course we're gonna have the Wills in there, you know, who are basically like the ones that kind of push things around.
Right.
You know, and I go, okay, all right. And I saw something tonight I didn't follow through, but someplace at Comic-Con, some official source said Anakin Skywalker is definitely the chosen one. Duh. Okay, thank you for reiterating that for the 50 millionth time. We knew that. But, you know, when you think about it, okay, they've got, you know, Darth Plagueis and you've got Palpatine kind of in the running for being his quote-unquote father. Bullshit. They fucked around with the Force, tried to create life. The Force hit back. What happened was Anakin. Okay, they're not his father. Anakin doesn't have a father. He was just born. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, they can sit there and think that, but their only part in creating him was pissing the Wills off. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, what they did was an
as
abomination.
much shit as they're throwing in episode 9, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see like a Porg getting tag teamed by like 2 Ewoks or something.
Oh shit! You see the return of Wicket.
Chewie and Wicket and all the Ewok gang get back together and they have a pork barbecue.
That would be crazy, right?
And ooh, the piece de resistance is Ryan Johnson on a spit.
No, they should just have Ryan Johnson get swallowed by a Rancor. Bring the Rancor back out.
I was gonna say they should just put Jabba and Rancor's ghosts in the fucking final fight.
Yeah.
Throw it all in there.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yo,
Yeah.
Craig, how do you feel about this, Craig?
I honestly am dead inside. I have no feeling at all about it. I mean, I've already. I mean, from everything that I've gotten and went through and everything else, I already have the movie written. It's already in my head. I've already seen it.
Right.
And I mean, damn, dude, that video I sent y'all is, the one that we told Steph not to watch. I mean, that's way better than anything that Lucasfilm or Disney's ever going to come up with.
Exactly at this point. Yep. Oh yeah. I'm just upset simply because they're off script. God damn it! Think about this. Episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. They all add up. Then you've got 7, 8, and 9. What the fuck they done did to that? Where's that shit going?
Well,
I mean, let's take a good look at this now. They're off fucking script. There's no more fucking immaculate conception of Anakin Skywalker, who's supposed to be the fucking one who's supposed to bring prowess to the Force. There's no more of that shit. Now, when you look at it, it's Han Solo was a bad dad. Princess Leia was a fucking old fucking how do you say, a space fucking hermit and shit. She got fucking upset and was just no. Luke Skywalker, a fucking hermit, ran away from no. Chewbacca fucking eating porgs and not reacting anymore to fucking Han Solo, his best friend, dying. No. Who the fuck is Rey? Who the fuck is Finn? Who the fuck are these people?
Lucas said originally it was supposed to just be about the grandchildren. You would think that would be a clean enough fucking roadmap, but we're talking some of the most incompetent writing ever conceived in science fiction. Of science fiction.
Well, think about it. Who's Kathleen Kennedy, who never actually saw a Star Wars movie and didn't understand them if she did, hires a bunch of women who never saw a Star Wars movie. And if they did see it, they never fucking understood it. And they were horrified that there were only white people in it. White men. Oh my God. Han Solo. Why? Does he make you want him? Do you get wet? That's what he's supposed to do. Do you fucking get it? That's what he's supposed to do.
Exactly.
Jesus.
Exactly. It's crazy.
Well, but and then of course you got Pablo Hidalgo doing the anti-white Latino bigotry thing. I mean, that's what he does, and his wife is just as bad or not worse. I mean, you want to see a hag? Go look at Christina Hidalgo. Just look her up. She should walk around with a bag over her head. I'm sorry I said that, but I mean it. And speaking of that, I'm not going to say it. And Maze will know what I'm talking about.
What?
Maze will know what I'm talking about. We'll talk about this later. We'll talk about it in private. But it's like you expect these people. First off, the people who are still. What the hell is going on? All right. Why am I echoing?
Are you on your phone or are you on a PC?
No, I'm on my phone. Okay, now I'm done. Okay, now it's done. First off, you got a bunch of people who worked for Lucas who probably hated him. Okay? They couldn't wait till he was gone. Then they got to run free. Well, guess what they did? They shit on, basically they let Mickey Mouse do a dump on everything. And they're dancing around it thinking they're untouchable. Wait till October. The last quarter is done, and that's when people start going away. That's when people start getting fired.
Yep. Guess what, everybody? I'm Mickey Mouse, and all I gotta say is, fuck you, fuck Star Wars. Yup, fuck you guys. That's exactly what went down.
And I'm slave Lucas. Lead me around on a chain, please.
What about this decision, Steph, that they promoted this girl to VP of production of movies and live action films?
Well, she's actually this is interesting, and I know Craig knows a little bit about this too. Michelle Rejwan never worked for Kathleen Kennedy. She's one of JJ's people. So this doesn't scream the typical Kathleen Kennedy hire. This is because she's not. She's really not. And after that happened, if you notice, RJ started freaking out on Twitter. Pablo started dribbling all over the place. You know, that made them nervous. All right.
Right.
You know, and then we still have that rumor that went away, but it's still there about the EU being revived in some way.
Right.
You know, and there's a cash cow right there. If you did the EU and animated and did it right, so people didn't look like Moa from Easter Island. Because I love Clone Wars. I hate the animation. I hate the way the characters look.
Yeah.
And Rebels is worse. I watched the one with Lando. He looked like a claymation.
Something else I brought up a couple of days ago is the third film in any trilogy is just not going to have the same draw.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's not.
Even if it's good, you're not going to top the Force Awakens money. It's not.
No.
They could fix everything, and it's going to be like no one's going to go. Like I said, I have morbid fear.
And Dikari, are you watching Mike Zero again? Damn it!
Dakari, come on, man.
he said, please tune in for more Star Wars content. Anyway, man, what's going on?
Get out of my ass from the future.
Yo, man, I want to talk about something, man. What's going on with people's feelings today, man? Like, we can't crack a joke. We can't crack racial jokes. We can't sit, you know, we just can't be we just can't be ourselves these days. Like, can anybody explain to anybody if we're in reality or if we're in a fucking Twilight Zone type shit? Because from last time I remember, when you told a joke, we laughed.
Yeah.
You know, now you're either called a racist, a sensitive, you know, beast, a monster. You're called racist again, and you're basically like just shamed. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have run into this, but every day I continue to see the same shit where people are just, bottom line, they're fucking sensitive. Jesus, you can't even crack a joke these days, man.
Well, dude,
Yeah,
when you've got people like AOC, where every third word out of her mouth is racist, and that's all the media just portrays, you know, racist. You know, okay, I've got a white chair, racist. You know, okay, I eat white rice, you're a racist. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's ridiculous. Oh, you're eating a plate of white rice? That's racist. You want to explain to me why? Because there's no other color on there. Will you shut the fuck up and let me eat my starch, bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the low quality teachers that are being hired. Here's the deal. I think it was a general telling me the problem with the world is, in a nutshell, is the smart people go into business, the idiots go into teaching.
Yeah.
That's so fucking wow, spot on.
Yeah, it was a Marine Corps general telling me that. I'm like, okay, I get it, sir. You know, and they're right, because let me put it this way: it was like that back in the '80s. I had good teachers. My former teacher, Mrs. Cabot, I loved her. You know, I got a story about her after my mother died. It was a very strange sort of thing that happened, but I had some teachers that were fucking idiots, and then of course my college professors, I had one, this red-haired harpy. God, she pissed me off so bad. I stood up in Chinese history, basically told her she was lying to everybody. She told me I was thrown out, and I go, oh, trust me, I'm done. And I looked at everybody and go, don't believe a goddamn word she says. And I walked out. I swear to God I did that. Walked out. I walked into the chairman of the department's office. He was sitting there looking at his computer, reading something. He goes, what happened? Because he knew me pretty well. And I go, I allowed myself to be thrown out of Deborah Belkin's class. He started laughing his ass off. Because he's like, I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. You two are like oil and water. I'm like, oil and water? She's insane. But it's people like that are teaching our kids now.
Yeah, it's fucking
Well,
crazy.
When you find when you've got a legion, an entire society, I'm gonna generalize. When you got people that are finding something wrong with everything that you are, all that you believe, making it a blood sport, basically. We've gone from change the fucking channel if you don't like it to being ready to strike out at anything.
Yep.
How the fuck are you going to appreciate humor when you're like that 24/7?
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
And you know what? Like the comedian Eddie Murphy is about to. He's in talks with Netflix because he was speaking. Because he was speaking to Jerry Seinfeld.
I saw that show too. That was good.
Yeah, he was speaking to Jerry Seinfeld a couple, like a month back about, and Jerry Seinfeld spoke to Netflix about Eddie Murphy making a Netflix fucking comedy special. He wants to do stand up again. I am ready to go to war for Eddie Murphy. If these sons of bitches, these SJWs come out and say, "Oh, he was too vulgar. Oh, he used too many curses. Oh, bitch, son of a bitch." Like
Eddie's from a generation where he'll actually fight, I think.
I hope
on
so.
behalf of comedy.
That would be awesome.
Well, the left, they love to yell racist, xenophobe, Nazi, etc. We need to come up with our own phrase. Anytime someone says something stupid like that, we need to come up with something like big penis.
Yeah. I just go, what are you talking about? It's a joke. You didn't like what he said? Can't you just laugh at something?
Jeez.
By the way, the people that you're trying to defend don't want you to defend them. Even the so-called leftist ones, and we all know a few of them, who hate the white liberal trash that treat them like shit.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, they get pissed off when that happens. That was funny. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah.
And I just go, we have a bunch of adolescents running around. And I'll tell you something. Here's something interesting I just saw, and John will be very interesting. The voter tally in Volusia County, Florida, went from like 10,000 Democrat majority to 15,000 Republican majority.
Really?
Yep. Volusia County, go look it up. I was at DC Whispers. I almost died. I am an unaffiliated voter. Okay. I have my own reasons to be that way. However, I will definitely support the freedom lover, the real true libertarian over a goddamn fascist any day of the week. And the left, despite them calling everybody on the planet fascists, are the fascists.
Yep.
All right. And when you've got John Cleese who can't help but crap all over Donald Trump and everybody else, bitch about the way London looks now. It's not London anymore. And complain he can't go to universities and do a stand-up thing or whatever because he'll get yelled down. It's like, you built this. You built this. You liberals, so-called, allowed that to happen. Now you're shocked by it.
Right.
Have you seen the newer comedy specials on Netflix that are done with these newer comedians?
No.
They're not funny. They're not funny.
Yeah. I didn't even watch the Kevin Hart one. I didn't even watch that shit. They are not funny.
Kevin Hart's hacky to me, but he has his moments.
My favorite comedian is Ron White. And then there's John Panette. I love those guys. Ron White. You know, when he does the I once got drunk in New York City. Holy shit, that's funny. I mean, the way he delivers it, that's so goddamn funny. And then John Panette talking about anything he was funny. I mean, that guy, God bless his soul. That guy was hilarious.
I consume all eras of comedy, starting with Lenny Bruce, then George Carlin, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, and then later on Sam Kinison, Bill Hicks, Dennis Leary, then
Andrew Dice Clay,
and then
Ronnie Dangerfield,
Jim Norton, Bill Burr, Patrice O'Neill.
Oh, Patrice, I miss him.
I embrace his philosophy, dude. I could talk about that shit for hours.
Oh yeah,
I absolutely love Sam Kinison.
Oh man, Sam Kinison.
Hello, I've been dead for 3 days.
Talking about how he never got married and never have any kids, and the women are just gonna have to get along as best they can. And then he's like, I hope they're outside of KFC garbage bins right now, waiting for them to take out the trash so they can be like, oh, well, there's one with meat on it.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
I mean, yeah, but Ron White, I mean, when he's talking about, you got to watch him because his delivery about everything. Whether talking about cop shootouts or deer hunting, which is really funny, or just that one, I got thrown out of a bar in New York City, and then it goes on and it goes on, and pretty soon you're laughing, you can't breathe, and
Bringing it back to laughing, though, I mean, stand-up comedy, it's being driven back underground. At least that's my perception of it. Does everybody here know what Party Records were?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what it's going to come down to again.
I hope so. I hope so, because
only the Party Records might be illegal, which is stupid.
Exactly. Or they won't even, like, they'll just be put on fucking sound cards now and shit like that. Because we don't have physically, you can't put them on CD. You can't, we can, but that would be very fucking tacky. So they'll probably be on a flash card or some shit like that.
James. Hickory dickory dock.
Oh man, Andrew Dice Clay's the fucking man.
It's getting to the point, though. It's sad where you can't embrace laughter and comedy, and yet the left will permit you to be a fucking pedophile.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you want to know when this started?
You're so brave.
Yeah. You want to know when this started? Do you guys remember Howard Cosell and what was that? Oakland Raider breaking out, and he's running down the field and he yells, "Look at that little monkey run!
Look at that little monkey!" Yeah, I remember.
Look at that little monkey run!
Yeah, that's when that started. And I'll tell you something. When you realize that's what he called his grandchildren, and it was just natural to him.
Yeah, he called his grandchildren that.
Yeah, no one supported rights and freedom more as a liberal more than he did. Right. And he was the first one that ran out. All right. And there should have been a bellwether to say, you guys need to stop it. You guys need to stop it right now. Yep. And no one cared. You want to know why? Because enough people in the world thought he was unlikable.
His version of liberalism, unfortunately, is extinct now. Well, maybe not within this circle of people and people listening, but
I'm Howard Cosell, and I'm here with the heavyweight champion of the world, Muhammad Ali. How you doing, champ? Oh man, I used to love that motherfucker.
I loved it when he did the Kentucky Derby. He'd be there in his yellow ABC jacket with Frank Gifford and Jim McKay, who was he actually owned horses. Yeah. Watching them do their thing, and they loved it. They loved it. I mean, what I loved about those guys is that they really took these big sporting events, be it if it was a Super Bowl, the heavyweight boxing championship, the biggest horse race of the year, the Derby, whatever. They made it big.
Yeah.
Now it's like, nah.
Yeah, I mean, look, what this era is doing, it's making us just want to go back to the fucking 80s and the 70s. We just want to go back. Everything, I always say this shit like We're about to talk about some good movies. We're about to talk about some fucking clothes, the fashion. You know what I mean? You know, this is why it's great to go off script sometimes. So tonight, guys, if you have any questions, and peace to everybody that's on the check-in, you know what I'm saying? You guys are great. Of course, we love you. And if you have any questions for the show or any questions for a topic, remember this is Off Script Monday. So just write it inside of the chat. But like shit. What they're doing is they're forcing us. All right, they want us to move forward. They want us to forget about the past. But the shit that you're doing, it's not swaying us to make us forget.
You
Just
don't
like
like forgetting.
exactly, just like the 70s, right? The 80s made us forget about the 70s. So, you know, while we were going through the 80s, we didn't want it so much, right? Then in the 90s, it was like that with the 80s. Now, when you get into the millennials, it's like, God damn it, I want my 90s, 80s, and 70s back.
Well, let me say this much, Jay, because I'm going to go off on a little rant here. Everyone absolutely knows how much I loathe AOC. You know,
Oh shit! Hold on, wait. I got to do this proper. And now we're getting into John's fucking rant. That's right. If you don't like it, you can get the fuck out. And especially if you're a fucking Democrat on the left, you can go so left you fall off the fucking map. Get him, John.
all right. This chick here, I wouldn't let her suck your dick or my worst enemy's dick, right? Because God knows what the hell's going to happen if it happens. All right. But this woman, which I won't call her a woman, I'll call her a fucking man child, you know, has had the audacity to come out and say some of our greatest presidents in the United States are racist, specifically talking about Ronald Reagan and FDR.
Oh no.
Well, fuck you, you little cunt.
Yes.
Well, my fellow Americans.
For her to say that the economics that Ronald Reagan proposed to the US that got us out of the fucking jam that we were in was racist. And then she said it was, quote, I don't even know how the hell you call this colonialism. I really don't. I think this woman has gone off her fucking rocker because I don't think she even understands what the word.
She's gone off of a fucking Home Depot rocker.
I'm telling you, dude, because I don't think she even understands what these words mean that she's spouting. I think she's just running off at the mouth and she has no idea what the hell she's saying.
She don't. She's a fucking idiot, man. She looks like a fucking donkey. Oh.
Do you blame her or do you blame the millions of people who look at her and nod and listen as if they're hearing something amazing?
I blame whoever the fuck made her. Period, son.
I blame her teachers.
I blame whoever. Exactly.
All these idiots.
Whoever's nuts she was swimming in, son, before she was shot the fuck out. That's who I blame. God damn it.
Her dad. I mean, no, but honestly, is she a good representative of NYU? No. No, this is a girl. Here's the deal. This is a girl who graduated with an economics degree, couldn't get a job, and was tending bar in Brooklyn. And now, you know, it's like, wait a minute, you got you did 4 years at NYU, and this is all you could get. And I want to know what her records look like. I really, really do, because I guarantee you, she's not more than a C- student. She can't. I mean, if you gave her an A for anything that she wrote, I want to beat you with your own arm.
The problem is, Steph, her constituents would say that mediocrity is a virtue now, and they'll say that's a good thing about her.
Yeah,
it's a virtuous quality that she's a C student.
Well, you know what? It is, if you guys watch Sticks and Hammer, he's kind of a weirdo, but every once in a while, I mean, he does a good job with his political analysis. And he said, you could, I mean, whoever's in that district with a D on their name is going to win, you know, and that's too bad. Now, I've heard that the Democrats don't like her there, and they're going to primary her, which would be great. I mean, God, if she lost her primary, I'd laugh my ass off. You know, she's got 2 Republicans going after her. One's a black woman, and one's a Puerto Rican man. And I'm like, either one of you, please, just slay the dragon. What? I don't give a shit. Make this bitch go away.
Make her
Yeah.
go. Please make her go away. I mean, can we please stop making stupid famous guys? Like, can we not, let's just not pay attention to these fucking people. Look, we did it with Cardi B. We did it with Cardi B, right? We stopped paying attention to the bitch. Where's she at? Somewhere over the rainbow, right? And look what happened to fucking Buddha Judge or Budapest or whatever the fuck his name is. He's somewhere with a fucking rainbow too. So is Joe Biden. So let's do this shit with AOC. Okay? All right? The asinine occasional cortex. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, it pisses me off though, because nothing in my life has fucking come easy to me at all. Everything that I've had since I was 14 years old, I've had to work my ass off to get, man. I mean, through college, through the military, to when I got out of the military, to now nothing comes easy. I've had to work, and I appreciate everything that I have because of all the blood, sweat, and tears that I've put in my life to get to the point where I'm at right now.
Right.
And here comes AOC and her squad, and now their message to everyone is, don't worry about working hard. We'll give you everything that you need now for free. Just give us the power and we'll do it for you. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Agreed.
Yep.
Correct.
They'll point at people like us and say we were handed everything.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
though we worked our ass off for it.
No one here was handed anything.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. Craig.
Yeah. Craig.
The only thing I was ever handed was my ass when I did something wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly, man. And Craig, I just want to say, man, I'm curious about this, man. Let's say AOC walked into your store and she needed help, right? And she needed help with the car, right? How would you service this bitch?
Oh, can you help me? I need some help. I mean, I can't do it. I can't do that.
First she comes in, hi, how you doing? My car, something wrong with my car. Can you please help me?
Does it run on gas?
She bought it to auto repair shop because she ran out of gas. She tells you, what do you tell the bitch?
Well, I mean, of course, me being me. I mean, I would definitely act like I didn't recognize her stupid ass because and then she'd be like, "Well, I'm a congressman, I'm a congresswoman, or whatever gender she wants to become, or whatever." And I'd be like, "Oh, really? I don't pay attention to politics." But here's what's wrong with your car. First, it's running on gas. It really needs to be running on batteries. Our environment is dying. And she'd be like, "Oh my God, I believe the same thing." And I'd be like, and there you go. But you know what? I like muffins. So, with me making muffins, you're gonna have to pay me in muffins. So, in order for me to do this, because I mean, I like yucca too. So, you're gonna have to go pay me in muffins, gum, or yucca. And
shit.
I don't accept the American dollar because the American dollar is racist from the people that they have on there.
You're gonna get her to like you, man.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm just gonna turn the damn tails and I'm gonna lock the door and I'm gonna turn on the camera and say, all right, now we're gonna have a real fucking interview and a real fucking debate with somebody that you have a degree in this. I don't have a degree in this, but I'll guarantee you're gonna lose this debate. And go.
Oh, that would be awesome. Oh yeah, like that bitch in the room with a camera and just start asking all types of fucking questions that are so hard to her.
Yeah, because garbage disposals are racist.
Right?
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that?
Yeah,
And
no,
air conditioners.
Did she say
Air
that?
conditioners are fucking racist.
Wait,
Or,
wait, a minute.
or toxic.
Wait a minute. She said garbage disposals are racist.
Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't know that?
No,
Yes.
I don't
This
pay attention to her.
Steph,
I
welcome
can't.
to the world of a dumb bitch called AOC.
I try to run from her. Okay, so holy shit.
Well, you're
I
doing a
can't
good
even-
job. You're doing a good job. I wish I never would have known that, just like your brain didn't, man.
It's like that
I-
article I pasted the other day in the chat. John's reaction to it was hilarious. That transgender
Yeah.
and the what was it? She wanted
No, please tell. Come on, tell us. Come on.
she's suing a pedicurist that runs
Yeah.
like a pedicure shop because the guy refused to shave her balls.
What the fuck is going on? What's going on?
That
That's
was
so
my
goddamn-
wife's and our ongoing joke for the next 2 days. I mean,
Yeah.
Reaction
Holy shit.
kidding me, and I heard it right in his voice, clear as day.
Well, the only thing I can say is if you shave your balls but you don't shave your asshole, you're wearing a mullet.
Oh, definitely.
but yeah,
I
this
don't know.
transgender woman, well, technically man, goes into this spa to get waxed. And while they're waxing them, they look down and this transgender, whatever the hell you want to call them, has got a set of balls.
They
Oh.
see
And
this
they're
freaking
like-
berry. Yeah, I got you.
I was
And then
Man,
they're like, we're not going any further. And it decides that it's going to go and file a lawsuit against them because they won't shave its actual balls.
and
He wanted a Brazilian wax on his nuts. What's
I found-
going
I found
on?
God.
I found some follow-up information to that. The owner of the business said they weren't even trying to be discriminatory. They were just worried that their employees wouldn't do it right.
That's
Oh,
fun.
Satisfaction because they weren't used to handling balls.
What
Here's the
the,
question. Who fucking shaves balls?
what the fuck
Hey,
is
hey.
going on?
Some of us man
America.
okay?
America, what is going
Oh.
on?
I told
God.
Stephen Mays I'm going to go into my local spa and burst in and demand that they shave my balls.
And I was like, I don't think I said this, but I wanted to say I dare you to do it.
Man, what is going? I mean, I heard of massages with happy endings, but nigga, motherfuckers want balls shaved now. What and waxed, Brazilian wax nuts. What the fuck is going on, America?
And by the way, hello to Critical Equation. Thanks for stopping in.
Hey, Critical, how you doing, man?
Critical Equation, what's going on, man? Everybody, man, thanks for joining the Male Toxicity Show. Of course, we're on script today. This is no script Monday, meaning we didn't write a show today, so we're just fucking going off top and talking about each and everything, man, and everyone. Doesn't matter, you know. How do you guys feel about cars that have these prosthetic nuts hanging from the back of them? I've seen about 3 of them today. That shit had me dying. You guys ever seen that?
I don't.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't
I
seen
haven't
that?
seen
It looked
it.
like a pair of real nuts, and they're hanging from the back.
They're all over. They're all over Georgia.
Have you ever seen that?
Sounds like a more advanced version of truck nuts. I mean,
This shit look real, bro. The truck bounces, the nuts bounce. The shit is hilarious. I'm
oh,
trying to drive and I'm laughing because I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Meanwhile, he got his
Yeah,
kids in the back. The dude
It
has
all came
kids.
from. It all came from the castration of all the male characters in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Ah,
This
I
would be.
see.
So there's plenty of nuts to go around to put on the back of your truck.
So shouldn't they have stamps on them like here lies Luke Skywalker's nuts, bang, right? And just right? I mean, might as well. That shit would make money and sell that shit at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, they probably would. They probably do.
Oh yeah, fuck
Shit
yeah,
we didn't
man.
know about.
Oh yeah, and
Right.
mail a pair to fucking AOC and tell her here lies Schumer's nuts.
Humor. What a goddamn. You know, it's really funny. When I was up on the hill, we all knew he was a corrupt piece of shit, and he's just worse than he was. And I tweeted him the other day, going, you just ooze corruption, and you don't even know it. You don't even care. I think I said it to him. I can't remember what I
He
said.
looks like a fucking hyena, that guy in the chair.
But-
Schiff is even worse.
Oh, Schiff looks like fucking
Adam Schiff looks
Golem.
like an alien from the
Golem.
cantina. He does. I mean, he looks like an alien.
His eyes are always open. I think this guy sniffed lines before he goes on camera because he got cokehead eyes.
Yeah, he does.
Nose
I
is
see.
always
I'm like, what the fuck?
There's so much about him and underage boys.
Oh boy, I can imagine.
I've heard, and the lady that did the basically opposition research on him was a friend of mine for Jim Rogan's campaign. Jim Rogan is one of my idols, and he actually was a congressman there in that district, and he got totally screwed over by both parties. Well, his own party just basically left him out to dry, and the Democrats made him enemy number one because he was House impeachment manager against St. William of Clinton. You know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've heard all kinds of things about Adam Schiff.
Well,
Adam Schiff, you know, when the Epstein manifest comes out.
I was just gonna, Steph. Oh my God, the force is being used here. Let me tell you something. I was just gonna say that when that fucking list comes out, this is why the Democrats are trying so hard to try to take over so they can erase all of this shit that's coming up. That manifesto is going to have names beyond names.
Yep.
I have damning evidence against Donald Trump. And by the way, I do not like little boys.
Right?
Yeah, which is exactly what they'll all say. I mean, Kevin Spacey, if you remember right, before when they indicted him, said, I'm going to take you up. He basically intimated that he had information on everybody.
Right.
And it meant everybody in Hollywood, and I think everybody in government. I think he's the one that dropped the dime on Epstein.
Well, I mean, you know that they dropped the charges against Kevin Spacey, correct?
Yeah, and I think they did that when he said, I can get you bigger fish.
It was him. It was him.
I'll say this much, though. You know, Kevin Spacey might be a scumbag, but I love that dude when he was in character in his roles, man.
I mean, yeah. You know, he was a great actor.
Yeah.
You know, maybe he should just come out and act and then go back to a jail cell.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I could do that. I could see that. I mean, you know, but if he's the one,
I don't know. I could.
You know, if he's the one that did it, you know, I know there's a picture of him getting on Lolita Express with Bill Clinton. I've seen it somewhere. I've seen it. All right. So at least we both got both Clintons involved in that. I know a friend of mine in Hollywood intimated that Sean Penn's one of them and Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, he was supposed to be saving girls and shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, now wait. Ashton Kutcher goes the other way because I mean he was dating grandma. Yeah. I mean he was married grandma. Maybe that's the hugest cover up ever because I mean he was banging 60-year-old women when he was 20. So
yeah,
I know that, but I'm telling you, man, when Lee posted those pictures, and I'm like, why are you doing that? Because that's what he'll do.
Yeah.
He'll talk about something and he'll just, because he wants to get people thinking. It's like, you fucker, you know? Yeah. And I'm like going, are you telling me? Now, Sean Penn, I could see. Ashton Kutcher, Mr. I'm saving the girls.
Yeah, there was also video out there with Demi Moore fucking putting a tongue down a little boy's throat.
Yeah.
Well, Sean Penn's going down with Epstein.
Oh yeah.
He is. I mean, he is God. I mean, I think the former head of Warner Brothers who got fired for having relations with an actress he wouldn't help, and she went public. He probably will. There are going to be a lot. Don't be surprised if you see Bob Iger, Alan Horn. You know, a lot of different people like that. I mean, don't be surprised.
And you know what's funny? Now it all makes sense, like as to why Disney is hurrying up and trying to buy all these fucking companies You know, why all these actors are trying to hurry up and make all these bullshit movies. It all makes sense. They're trying to scrape the plate before they fucking go to jail, man.
Well, maybe, or maybe they're just too stupid to figure out what's going on. Hollywood is dead. You know, we're looking at a corpse twitching right now. You know, I mean, it really is. I mean, you know, box office is like woeful. You know, you can't get a blockbuster anymore.
No, that's fucked up.
You remember going to, let's see, the Return of the Jedi opened.
Yes.
Yeah.
We all went to it in May. It was still open in August. It was still open in September. You know, I mean, that they're just not doing it anymore. They can't do it anymore. And the reason why is because A, the movies suck, the writing sucks, and B, people are fed up. And they don't want to go to a movie if they're going to get screwed over, if they're not going to be entertained. You know?
Yeah.
I agree with that, but the technology has also made the whole film cycle process quicker. I mean,
yeah.
You have a movie come out on in the theater, it lasts maybe 2 months, and then 3 months later, oh, shut up.
Shit. You should remember back then when we had to wait like half the fucking year for that shit to come out on VHS to your local video rental store.
The Star Wars films, it took years.
Yeah.
It was like 5 years for the first film. The very first film I remember coming out on home video like really fast was Batman, 1980.
Yeah, that shit came out like I think
was
it was
like
4
3
months.
months. Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, Batman already. I remember that year. That was the year my pops died. Yeah, I remember that, man. Batman was awesome.
Batman started that whole thing. After that, the push to get shit on home video faster and faster just kept going.
Oh yeah.
Well, that too, but you know, I mean, there should be, if you make a good movie and it's worth going to the theater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I don't. You know, there's something about the coolness about going to a movie theater and sitting down with a bowl of popcorn and a soda, or if you have one of those theaters, we can actually have a beer, a glass of wine.
Oh, no, I agree. That process is far less magical than it was when we were kids.
Yeah, man. It's
and the reason why is because the product is bad. You know, in fact, it's really funny. I had John Kasdan actually agree with me on that. On a tweet. He liked what I basically said. You know what? If you guys did a better job, we'd all be going to the movies.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, what makes it so bad, even the commercials before the previews start are pushing a damn agenda.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And I remember those days where, you know, 42nd Street, New York City, you know, Manhattan. And that's where I was, you know, my father took me to go see Return of the Jedi, as well as Empire Strikes Back. And I tell you right now, man, the lines were around the block twice, man. I mean, you would go around the fucking wood, you know, and I remember, I mean, all the lights, the people you met, you know, it was just the atmosphere of just going to the movies. Even when you didn't make a premiere, let's just say you was just going to the movies. It was just that thing where you walk into the movie theater, you smell the popcorn, you know, you're like, okay, I'm about to see something fucking awesome. You know, you sit down, people laugh at the same time you're laughing because it's such a great flick. It's like the magic is gone because the product, the writing, I mean, everything, it's just not there. These people, it's like a fucking assembly line feeling to, you know?
It's the same story over and over again. I mean,
yes.
You know, reboot, remake, sequel. You know, it's like, God, can't you guys come up with something original?
We were talking about Kinnison earlier. He actually predicted this shit that Hollywood would run out of ideas long before they started doing it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, talking about magic, there's certain instances I can remember as a kid that was just absolutely magical. Of course, all the Star Wars movies, we can agree with that. But I remember going to the theater and seeing the original Superman movie, right?
Yes.
And when they played his theme song for the first time, the dun 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 dun, bump, you know, across, you know, the surround sound
gave you chills.
I mean, it just got you to the core. I mean, they knew how to write characters and write write people correctly. I mean, it just got you so excited on the inside.
Yeah.
General, would you care to step outside? Whole fucking audience erupted when I saw that as a kid.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
And,
man.
and like Rocky 3, I remember seeing that at the theater.
Yes, man. Oh.
And that, I mean, that movie, it got you pumped in your seat, and I mean, you were rooting for Rocky. And
Bro, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, for Christ's sake, when it first hit the theaters, that shit was amazing. Like, you know what I mean? The movie magic, like, it's not
What
fucking there
about
anymore.
what about Raiders of the Lost Ark the first time you saw it in the theater?
Yes. Oh
When they're
my
walking
God.
through the jungle
Yes.
and the
The
guy
Temple of
the guy
Doom.
and he whips it out of his hand, and then all of a sudden there's the character introduction. It's like, holy shit.
Yep.
I mean, that see real directors and real writers and real producers know how to fucking do that shit, and they've somehow forgotten how to do it. And now we're stuck with Kyle, Ron, Ray, and the Fuzzy Happy Gang.
And fucking Tico.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Well, see, back in the day, in the 70s and the early 80s, they've gotten away from their filming style where less was more. You could shoot a scene where it insinuates something happened and you didn't see it, and it was more terrifying that way than to put an elaborate CG, into it to making it look all splattered or whatever. Just the insinuation was scary enough.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the question for you guys, because a bunch of trailers came out. We all saw the Top Gun trailer.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, we all saw that. Okay. Did anybody see the Cats one?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
creepy. It is so creepy.
It's like me. I actually saw Cats on Broadway when it was on Broadway 3 times, man. I actually liked Cats. All right, it was pretty good in the fucking theater. But when I saw this, I was just like, this is not good. This is not healthy for the legend itself of Broadway. And what's sad about this is I hope Steven Spielberg, because there's a rumor going around, I hope Steven Spielberg does a great job with the West Side Story. Yes, he is making the West Side Story.
Yes, he is.
I hope he does a good job.
That's a little bit easier to do than a costume like Cats. I mean,
that's George Lucas's baby right there, West Side Story.
I hope he does a good job to it, because I don't know how he's gonna pull off boy, crazy boy. These fucking days, how you gonna pull that off? How are you gonna pull off the sharks?
George Lucas is producing that entire movie, so
unless it's gonna be something like a fucking upgraded version, like what's that shit? You Just Got Served.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta say, despite the panning that Phantom of the Opera, the movie had, I was at the premiere in New York, and it was actually, despite Gerard Butler's horrible singing voice, it wasn't a bad movie. It looked good. I mean, I get there, we're standing around, I'm drinking a soda, eating popcorn with one of my friends, and Andrew Lloyd Webber walks up and says hi to us, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna die right now. Hi, Sir Andrew. What are you gonna say to that? What do you say to that shit? And then of course I splattered myself on Butler's chest. I was like, I'm sorry, and we'd met him the night before. But it wasn't a bad movie. They could have dubbed the voice, had somebody else sing it. As we're walking up, Josh Groban was like standing by himself in a corner, looking like he wanted to cry. It's like, yeah, we know you could have done that. We know you could have.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up and stand in the corner.
I'm gonna be such a guy saying this. Has anybody ever looked up Andrew Lloyd Webber's daughter, Imogen?
No.
Imogen Webber? No.
Fucking beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Well, here, Maze, you're the one that I want to answer this. what did you think of the Picard trailer?
It got my attention.
It got mine too.
I mean, you can't deny the end, you know, when you see Jerry Ryan and then Picard is having just this really sad moment in, I don't know if that's a dream or the holodeck, and you know, he's looking across and there's fucking Data. It's Brent Spiner. His face is a little fatter, but I mean, they did him up okay to make him look good, especially after considering Brent said he would never play Data again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got my attention. I mean, I realize it's still CBS and it's still the same crew of crazies that are responsible for Discovery. But remember, the one ray of hope in this is that Patrick Stewart is producing and writing this fucker.
Yes.
He has a hand in all of it, and
and that's
he may be the reason why it turns out good.
and I keep telling people about Top Gun. Don't, Bruckheimer and Cruise are the ones that are doing this. So calm, slow your roll. Don't get upset. They're the ones doing it.
Also,
Top Gun looks amazing, and I saw the trailer for Jumanji 2. It looks to be really funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
although you didn't see them in the trailer, John, Marina Sirtis and Jonathan Frakes, Riker and Troy, they are also confirmed to be back in this. Frakes has already directed 2 of the episodes, so I mean,
cool.
he's
I
in
love
there.
Jonathan Frakes. I think he's a cool guy. Him and his wife. Oh God, she was in General Hospital. I can't remember her name, but she was a pretty well-known actress. They're great.
He's already directed like 4 episodes each of the Orville and Discovery season 1 and 2. He's all up in everybody's shit directing.
Good.
I can't wait until the fucking Ghostbusters 3. Oh, that's gonna.
I can't wait to see the fucking trailer. I want to see
so many rumors, man, that are becoming true as I fucking do my own fucking research on it.
This is. Hey, you know what? Y'all, you know what this is? This is, them showing you don't need to go to get woke and do bullshit to get the fans back. Just respect the past and give it the honor that it deserves. Right. And that's exactly what Jason's doing. And that's exactly what Bruckheimer's doing.
I'm not saying it should have happened this way, but I do think that having 2016 Ghostbusters added that extra layer of appreciation onto some people for this version that's being made now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, how can anybody, and you want to know what really makes me happy is when you've got Bill Murray, who's my spirit animal, playing Peter Venkman, and I know Brian Young hates him so much. I'm like, ha 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 ha.
This chick is toast.
Yeah.
Show this bitch how we do things downtown.
Oh yeah. Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
I know something against him. I think he cheated.
Or somebody blew their nose and you want to keep it. That's another one.
Before I restart my shift here, I don't have to go or anything, but just in case, I get pulled in. I did want to retouch on one thing I was going to say earlier. Radio Shock Jock Howard Stern said this once about laughter. And it's about diversity. Like, if you got 2 people that live next door to each other and they have nothing in common, yeah, there's some things they could do to be polite to each other and I guess build that relationship, even though they still have nothing in common. But nothing brings 2 people together like fucking laughing at each other's differences.
Yes.
That is the purpose of comedy, to make us laugh at our own goddamn diversity. And that's why it's so important to keep it.
Yep.
Back to the movies.
All right.
But I just can't wait. I can't wait, man, because this is going to show these fucking talentless bastards how to make movies again.
Yeah. I think, I'll tell you something. When the woke shit crashes and burns, and they see Top Gun making $1 billion or $2 billion, they see Ghostbusters 3 actually, cracking the B mark and going ballistic. They're gonna suddenly realize, God, maybe we were wrong. Oh, you think?
my dad's like already super curious about Top Gun because like he was really into the whole real life military involvement in the last film from the 80s, and he's already like telling me shit like that's not the Enterprise that Tom Cruise is taking off from. I said, why? He said, because the Enterprise was fucking decommissioned, dude.
No, it's not.
That's CGI. I'm like, oh my god, here we go.
Yeah, it might be CGI, but they're probably not. You know, I was thinking if it's 30 years later, and I gotta tell you this, and my husband being a Marine and being an Academy graduate, a ring knocker, you know, he was throwing shade at it. And you got Ed Harrison there. He looks like his 90-year-old two-star, you know, admiral. The boys aren't gonna like it. This movie, when I look at the time period, maybe the year 2000.
Well,
You know,
I had to excuse myself for just a second. I went and made a phone call because I wanted to make sure it was confirmed. 2023, it is confirmed we will have another Battlestar Galactica movie
That sounds awesome.
okay, all right,
put out by Paramount.
all right, yeah,
Paramount might make it interesting.
Yes.
yeah. Paramount.
I know if I see one more goddamn article about Quentin Tarantino's fucking Star Trek, which by the way is not confirmed by CBS or Paramount, I'm gonna scream.
Why
Yeah,
is
like-
he even thinking he should do that?
Because
It's not him. It's the
I mean,
fucking
yeah,
fan
okay.
community and these little shitty sites that do news. They're just posting little shit like Quentin Tarantino says this Star Trek will be in the Kelvin universe with Chris Pine, and I'm like, so Paramount didn't confirm it. CBS didn't confirm it. Nobody has greenlighted this fucking movie.
Yeah. I just don't think he's a good fit. I don't know why people.
No, I don't. I don't either. He says he's, as far as I know, he's about to retire.
Good. Finally.
He had so many movies he was gonna make, and like I think The Hateful Eight was like the next to the last or something like that.
Yeah, Quentin
I was gonna say real quick, the Top Gun. I love that moment in the story from the original Top Gun where they're on the Enterprise deck and they try and get this shot at sunset and they screw it up, and the director, he asked the captain of the Enterprise like how much can we do this shot again? Can you turn the ship around? He's like, it'll cost me $50,000 to turn this ship around, and he writes him a check on the spot for $50,000.
Yeah.
And so they turned the ship around and they did the shot again.
Yeah. You know that. It's Tony Scott. That's too bad what happened to him. You guys know he committed suicide, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he jumped off a bridge somewhere north of where I was living at the time in California. Just sad. Just really sad. Ridley Scott's brother, by the way. So Ridley Scott is connected to Top Gun and that sort of thing. Kind of in the same big, glorious sort of interface genre that he likes to do too. You know, a lot of. What is that? Is that a cat?
Sounds like a dog whistle.
I think Craig's got a cat in the shop.
Meow,
Leave my pussy alone.
meow. Oh my God.
I look forward to Ghostbusters and Top Gun. There's stuff to look forward to.
Yeah.
There is because
And-
there's
and-
people in there.
And Craig's film about Deadpool versus Ray. I look forward to all this shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's stuff to look forward to. I've got my thing. I'm still working on it. It's almost done again. Rewriting a little bit. I don't know, Miz, if you've read it yet. What I sent you, I've yet to crack what you sent me, but I'm going to soon.
I need to. I still am going to get it red marked for you. It's just been a matter of time.
It needs to. I've changed some stuff. I'm in the middle of changing stuff. I want to get it out there because I want people to read it. My thing is this: if you're a Star Wars fan, you're sick of this shit, write your own thing and post it. Put it somewhere where people can read it.
Mm.
Right? I'm serious. You know.
Yeah, it's actually very liberating if you know how to write even just a little bit. Write your own damn fiction and put it in the community. See what they think of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, because you'll get. I mean, stop it. Who's
What
that?
the
Wasn't a
fuck?
cat.
That
either.
cat agrees.
Stop
I thought that was the gerbil coming out of John's ass.
Oh man. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. There's stuff to look forward to. I mean, I'm just, actually happy just slow driving past a car accident right now with Lucasfilm.
We ought to do a
I mean,
spot next week on
God,
what we're
there's so
not
many
looking forward to.
That's
Yeah,
gonna
we
be-
should. We
yeah,
should.
we can just brace ourselves.
Oh, Batwoman.
Wow.
Dyke
That
woman.
thing. God, yeah. You can't say that. You can't say that because you get banned from Facebook for 7 days. You can't say that.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I thought Supergirl was about as bad as you can get, but Batwoman just it toppled it. I mean, like I said, I thought Supergirl was about as woke as you could get with one TV show, but no, they toppled it.
This is a little off topic, but you know who I hear insult gay people more than anybody else these days?
Oh,
Gay people.
Yes, they
that's
do.
true.
I'm dead serious.
They're
they
imploding,
do.
bro.
They use the F word. It's shit.
Yeah, they do. In fact, I've got gay friends who do it because they hate the SGWs in their community.
Oh, there's a lot of them out there that are conservative and don't talk about it.
I mean, it's not even they're conservative. It's like, can you shut your mouth once? I mean, we'll talk about this in private because I've got at least one friend and he's like one of the coolest people I've ever met in my life. He's like my brother from another mother. And he makes me kind of wonder sometimes about what's really going on inside. But oh my God. I mean, talk about mocking the crazies. Oh, he's the best. And then my other friend is another one who just goes on and on. And I'm like, I love you both. It's awesome. It really is. You know what's funny is you don't think you'd meet people like that in that community.
Yeah.
You just don't. You really don't think you meet people in that community. Stop it!
There is no better era of Looney Tunes than that one.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Oh man, this is a great show, unscripted.
Remember when Foghorn Leghorn used to do his little deal with the dog where he just walk
man.
up with a 2x4 and beat his ass and then run?
Yeah, for no reason, man. He used to fuck that dog. I remember just one time that dog got his revenge, and it was bad for Foghorn.
My favorite's always going to be Bugs Bunny. Oh, God, shut up, Tweety. Little bastard.
There's one, I can't remember the name of it. Y'all might remember it. There's one where Tweety and Sylvester and the dog Butcher, they're all in there together. They're chasing each other in the street at the beginning. They get injured and put in the hospital. And they're all in beds across from each other with like their legs up in casts, and each one of them is trying to fuck with the other throughout the whole thing. It was I'll fall on the floor laughing at that one.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny about those cartoons? They were all done for adults.
Yeah.
They were all done for adults. And
Yeah. Multiple
we can-
interviews, Chuck Jones said, we wrote those for us.
Yeah. I mean, but I gotta tell you, man, Bugs Bunny and Barbara of Seville.
Oh man, that's just hilarious, kid.
So next,
Daintily. What you want for the rabbit?
This shit's a fucking hilarious.
God. Or when they're doing Wagner and the other one, and Spear and Magic Helmet. Oh God, that was funny too. But yeah, Bugs Bunny was the best.
It's the best, man. I used to love when Daffy Duck used to get his fucking beak blown back of his head. That shit was hilarious to me all the
Yeah.
time.
Duck season, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, fire.
His fucking beak is right behind. That shit was hilarious.
Oh yeah, I mean they were the best. I mean those guys didn't care. They were true geniuses and artists.
No, they were all racist because the duck was black.
Yeah. That poor little bug. What was the episode where Bugs was actually drawing him and you don't realize it till the end, and he's totally fucking with him? Oh my God! I mean, he's like, drawing him in an airplane, and he draws him with an anvil on him, and he falls, and finally it's to the point where Daffy's like, "I'm done. I can't stand it." He starts tearing things up, and then Bugs kind of shuts. He sees the door shutting on him, and then Bugs is sitting there smiling. Oh my God, that's so.
What about Bugs and the Bull?
Oh
God.
man,
Dun, 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 slaps him. Dun, dun.
Yep. Oh my
that
God.
shit is hilarious, man. How about Bugs and that monster, that hairy monster? He gets him for a pedicure and shit. He cuts his hair off, fucks him up, puts dynamite in him. Oh man, fucks him up. Fucking John says, question: what do tofu and a dildo have in common? They're both
Neither are real meat.
They're both meat substitutes. John, what the fuck? Oh man. Well, this is it, man. It's 9:23, man. We've been on here, man, for like an hour and 20 minutes, guys. And well, we're gonna close the show, but next week, man, we'll come back with something scripted. We just wanted to fuck around with you guys today. We thank everybody that stopped by, everybody who's stopping in as well now, and who actually stood with us through this crazy fucking show. This shit was awesome. Just want to tell you guys have a great week. Be very careful, and on my behalf, man, I'm Jay Cotto, the Boxing Jedi, and I'm saying goodbye. Everyone else, want to plug your channels and let everyone know. Who's going first?
Good night, guys.
Anybody want to? All right. Well, I guess we're saying good night. So until next week, guys, have a great night. God bless. Stay vigilant. Peace.
Have a good night.